Hey, good morning. This is Mr. M from your algebra lessons. Today in this video, I'm trying to explain about exponents and scientific notation. This is a very important topic in algebra that you may need to understand in its deeper sense for easy calculation purpose and different kinds of handling bigger numbers. First, I'll write some rules for this exponents. So, rule of exponents. First rule of exponent is product rule. Second rule is quotient rule. Third rule is zero power or zero exponent, and fourth is power rule. And there are some other rules which are actually the byproduct of these rules, and sometimes we will get confused for completing a problem like the combination of a product and an exponent is coming. So that rule we can call as power of a product or quotient. Okay, and then finally, how can we simplify exponential expressions, and like all other sessions, here also the explanation is ending with scientific notation. All exponent classes are actually ending with this kind of a discussion. So scientific notation. This is actually very easy thing, these rules. So before we are moving into its deeper areas, we can try to understand what is this exponents means. Okay, exponent means any number, all numbers we can express in the form of an exponential number. So basically, an exponential number is in the form of a to the power b. So both of this a and b are having its own name. B is called the exponent or degree or power or index. Okay, and different names are there, and b is the base. So what is the effect of these different rules when we are dealing with the problems? So first of all, I'll write a problem, then I'll explain each rule. So for that, this will be a small session. So for that, I am trying to write a problem like this. Simplify x to the power 5 times x to the power 3. Always remember that when you need to multiply, or if you need to find the product of two exponential terms, make sure the base of both the term are same. So here it is x and this is also x. So the product rule is saying like this: a to the power m times a to the power n is a to the power, add these two exponents, it is m plus n. So the example for that is x to the power 5 and x to the power 3. So we need to multiply these two. So the answer is x to the power 5 plus 3 is 8. So we are done. Similarly, we have another rule. It is quotient rule. So a to the power m divided by a to the power n. If it is a quotient, instead of adding these two, you need to subtract it. Okay. So one example for that is x to the power 5 divided by x to the power 3. So instead of adding 5 plus 3, we will subtract here. So x to the power 5 divided by x to the power 3 is x to the power 5 minus 3. X to the power 5 minus 3. So x to the power 2. This is the answer. And what is the 0 power or 0 exponent means? Any number to the power 0. If the exponent or the degree is 0 or the power is 0, its value will be 1. For example, x to the power 0, answer 1. 100 to the power 0, answer 1. 1000 to the power 0, answer 1. So if the power is 0, the answer will be 1. Whatever the base is, it is actually not affecting the final answer. And next is power rule. Power rule is kind of confusing for the lower grade students, but it is easy. So a to the power 2 to the power 3, a to the power 2 to the power 3. So here you can see two exponents. I am directly writing the example without explaining the rule, so that will make more sense. So here you have two exponents or two powers. One is inside the parenthesis and one is outside the parenthesis. So basically what you need to do is, if this is in this form, that means one exponent is outside the parenthesis, what you need to do is you need to multiply the exponent outside with the exponent inside. So the answer is a to the power 2 times 3, that is a to the power 6. Usually some students are making a mistake, that is kind of a misconception, because they practice too well about the product rule. So a to the power m times a to the power n, they will write a to the power m plus n. They will use the same rule here, a to the power 2 plus 3. So that is 2 plus 3 is 5. But the answer is a to the power 6, because we need to use the power of exponents. Okay, or the power rule of exponent. And another one is power of a product or quotient. So the question is like this: x y to the power 2. Okay, this is a product. Okay, how it will work? Whatever it may be, whether it is a product or a quotient, if the exponent is outside the parenthesis for two terms inside the bracket, whether it is product or quotient, you need to distribute the exponent to both of these two terms, to x and y. So my answer is x to the power 2, y to the power 2. Okay, and some questions will make some confusion like this: x y to the power 3, the whole power 2. So basically you can, what I said here, distribute the exponents. So this will be x to the power 2, y to the power 3 to the power 2. So you need to use the above rule, that means the power rule. So that is x to the power 2 and y to the power 3 times 2 is 6. So this will be your answer. Okay, and now exponential expressions. This is something what I did here. X to the power 3 to the power 4. This is an exponential expression. Okay, this is in the form of an exponent. So this is an exponential expression. So to solve this is x to the power 12. So this is the kind of problems you can expect from the exponents part. and then scientific notation. Finally, we are explaining scientific notation here. What do you mean by scientific notation? Scientific notations are notations which will help us to write a bigger number. That means simply not bigger, it is kind of very big number into a number of the form which we know, or which is readable, or which are very useful for the calculation. So for example, I want to write one number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, this is kind of a bigger number. So how can we write this in the form of a small number? Okay, so if you have a bigger number, first you think about scientific notation. Scientific notations, how can we write a bigger number into scientific notation? Okay, first I will write the general form of a scientific notation. It is a times 10 to the power b. Okay, this is the base form of a scientific notation. One real part will be there. Okay, one integer part will be there, multiplied by 10 to the power some exponents. Okay, so how can we write this kind of bigger numbers into this scientific form? Okay, for that what we need to do is just after the first number from the left. Okay, just after the first number from the left, put a decimal place. Okay, put a decimal place. Okay, then your number is 1.2345678 multiplied by 10 to the power. We will have a number here. So for finding out that number, count the number of places after decimal. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 places, because we moved this many places from left to right. Right to left. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 places towards left. And so this is the scientific notation of that bigger number. So if I am writing another number 0.072, so just after the first integer from the left, that is my point, put the decimal. So we already have a decimal place here, so you have to move that decimal from left to right. So move the decimal place from left to right and stop just after the first integer. So one place I moved, and second place, so 7 is an integer, so stop there. So now your number is 7.2 times 10 to the power. How many places we moved from left to right? 2 places, 2. But very important thing is, when you are moving the decimal place from left to right, you have to put a negative sign here. This is what is called in scientific notation. I hope this explanation helped you guys very much to tackle section 1.2. So if you really like this video or explanation, please subscribe my channel for getting your next videos.